Hello and welcome to Advertisers Watching Ads. My name is Tom Ollerton. I'm the founder of Automated Creative, and this is a show where brands watch other brands' ads and discuss what's good and bad about them. Every week, we are brought to you in partnership with the Conscious Advertising Network, so please go and check those guys out after the show. But first, let's meet this week's guests.
Hey guys, my name is Jay Richards and I am the co-founder of Imagine.
Hi guys, I'm Pete Johnson. I work at Nomad Foods, who you may know as Birdseye.
Hi guys, my name is AJ Coyne. I head up marketing at Klarna in the UK.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for joining us today, guys. Right, so this week we are going to be watching an ad by Doc Morris from Germany. AJ, were you in floods of tears when you saw that, or are you a hardened marketer that doesn't feel it anymore? What was your first reaction to that?
Anyone that sort of believes in creativity and storytelling is a really good reminder of a single-minded, powerful, emotive story told well. But it was all about emotion, no copy, just that human touch, and that, you know, no matter what, you can sort of start at any time, and there's always sort of a goal. I think it's a very timely representation of something that a reminder as we go into a fairly consumerism time of year, that family and that goal is all that really matters this Christmas more than any, but typically this Christmas.
For me, I love the build of it, how he was, because I had no idea why he was training. I was like, why is this guy trying to throw back to his old sporting days? I literally was trying to rack my brain the entire time, like, why is he lifting this weight? And then when he just effortlessly lifted his granddaughter to the thing, I was like, oh my God, my heart. I was like, I haven't got a granddaughter, but I want a granddaughter. And he reminded me of my granddad, which was cute as well. And I think, Doc Morris achieved what they wanted. And when I looked online, like, the engagement has just been insane.
I might be that person that I I didn't get the emotional reaction. Does that make me really cold? I think it does. And I think it promised, like, right from that first piano chord, didn't it? It said,
Yeah.
I'm going to make you cry. And I was really disappointed that I'm just really worried about myself. Maybe it's been a bad year. You know, when I also looked into it, Jay, about who Doc Morris were, and it's worth saying, you know, a little bit. It's a Dutch company selling online medicine to Germans mainly. And when I sort of got myself into the mindset, a little bit of an slightly older clientele, not that much older than me, but a little bit older, and what this would do for them, that's where I sort of began to feel a bit more, which was this just this name, Doc Morris, can take the burden off, or can help you achieve those family moments. And as soon as I clocked that, it meant more to me. And I think that sort of teaches us about context, doesn't it? If you know nothing about the brand, or you don't have the need for it, sometimes these things can pass you by. I thought it was beautifully done as a story. I thought it would really connect with the target. Yeah.
So Jay, what would have made this better?
Coming from the typical Gen Z perspective, I think obviously it's not aimed at that demographic, but I think what could have been interesting is a challenge on TikTok, like Train Like Grandad. It would have then been people on TikTok showing it to the grandparents. Because the good thing about TikTok is you actually get a lot of grandparents creating content on there with their grandkids.
How about you, AJ? What are the obvious builds here for you?
The length does annoy me, and you know, and I think we're in a very different viewer moment when we're watching it. Forced watch versus distract watch. I don't know what Doc Morris do. I mean, I did research. So I couldn't work out whether they're German, whether they're Dutch. Health, it makes total sense to associate good health and good family equals a great Christmas, but I don't think that you immediately would take that out. But then I question myself, does it actually matter here in the UK? It definitely doesn't matter here. And that everyone in the Netherlands will probably know who Doc Morris are. Pure brand perspective, as a marketer, it would be hard to get your brand across without fully knowing who Doc Morris were in the first place.
I did, when it was, because he was wearing an Umbro tracksuit.
Yeah.
I thought, is this an Umbro advert? And then I saw the Carhartt jacket, and I was like, I don't know which brand this is. Like, it was kind of challenging.
So AJ, what should brands be taking away from this discussion and this ad?
I think the simple thing is, don't underestimate the power of great storytelling. Don't underestimate the power of human connection, and be brave. You might be in a category that's dull. Not to be rude to anyone that's watching from the pharmaceutical industry, but it can be dull, can be sort of scientific. Actually, look at what can happen when you sort of act differently to what's expected.
Old people are still important. I think a lot of time I have a lot of discussion with brands these days where they say to me, they're like, we haven't really been focusing on old people or Gen Z, and now they're suddenly like, oh crap, like these people they exist. And I think one of the biggest segments out there, and one of the wealthiest segments out there, are old people, but it seems that nobody wants to target them. So I think this is a great way to say, old people still exist, they're not dead yet. So,
and they can be stylish.
Oh man, they can be stylish.
Yeah, I think from my point of view, I think this emotional territory, we know this is where good advertising comes from, is connecting with emotions, having that key human insight that you link to. But for brands, I think they just need to remember to link themselves to it, so they're remembered somehow. I think it's in here, but it's right at the end of the advert for a couple of seconds. It's got to work hard, a little bit hard for you, I think, as an advert. Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. We'll see you all next week.